for this out of the blue, complete and totally catching up a surprise bonus stream of Morimens. So basically, I was requested by Blogfist if I could go over what I was doing for the D-Zone mode in Morimens, because I was managing to somehow, despite my low level, push out four teams to make it clear. So this time I'm going to try and push for 5. I've already done my team setups, so it's just a case of loading them up and hoping I don't die horribly. So my first team is going to be comprised of mostly leftovers. I basically got a tank character called Wardens in this game for each of the teams, and then I just started filling them up, but trying to capitalize on the particular team mechanics that work. And then basically I looked on the internet for which weapons were sort of like best in slot, or were decent choices and synergized well with the character, or just their main stat is kind of okay. Because each of the weapons can only be used once, so it's a bit of a headache trying to set them all up for all the different teams. Oh, and the empty slot there will be used for a supporter, because I can borrow one character. So we've got our Winkle, our tank, and we've got Tinkt and Helot providing some DPS, and Aegis as the support. She'll be debuffing the enemies to hell and back. So without further ado, let's go there. Well, let's test out how this team works. So there's a draw 3 extra cards, discard 2 cards effect. So I should pick those 2. So I usually focus on getting some good defenses in first. Doing some maths over the defense reduction. Sorry, damage reduction on that, okay. So now play that. I'll only get the 69 shield, but I'll get 4 extra cards. I haven't done the mass yet, but I'm hoping a slap the enemy for some vulnerability, and then repeatedly strike them. That's better. It's still going to take some damage, but at least one of the enemies is now dead. Sorry, what? You put a dialer bomb in my deck? That is just rude. I think I should just get... Let's just discard that, shall we? Discard that. Right. Let's play that to do some strength drain. This point, there's not much I can do, so I'm tempted just to try and deal damage and minimize damage taken. I haven't got any particular use I can use for the embryo just yet. Ah, I can get a Rouse card. That should be kind of helpful. Reducing my crit chance? That is rude. Absolutely rude. Actually, these cards are frozen. Just discard them then. Okay, so there's no damage coming in. Give them vulnerability, hit them with that attack. As a vulnerability, I get the energy back. Play that. If nothing else, the energy will be useful. Absolutely rude. It's definitely taking longer than I would like. Let's go to those dialer bombs, shall we? play that because it should hit 3 times, breaking the barrier thing it's got on it. And then honestly, I'm tempted just to play that to smack it. Don't need 2 of those. Or 2 of those, to be honest. So I'll get rid of those. Well, first of all, let's give it vulnerability. And smack it for free. That generated some energy. It will now die. It will hit me, not do any damage. It will hit me and actually die from the counter. I forgot I was giving myself counter. And I've now got some energy for the next fight. I lost far too much health though, my eyes. So let's see what the delightful benefits there are. Right. Let's go through the illusion. That's quite good. That's annoying. Could be useful for a longer fight. Tempted to just get that battery. I'm not tempted to make myself bleed for it either. I didn't fully read what that said about the Crimson Furnace. Okay, start a battle and then when I use the healing. That's not too bad, even if it does give me bloody weakness. Okay, and the gold version is the effects doubled. Definitely gonna have to think about that. Nah, I'm not gonna play that this turn. Well, let's get enough shield up to get through. So using that so that when I cast the rouse, I'll get the energy back. Now I have some free cards I can play. I'll heal next turn so that I can apply the strength down again. First things first, let's try and hit that 3 times. That's good, that's gone. You and your pesky shields. Undecided whether I want to use the embryo for petrification or not yet. Might do. Yeah, let's just petrify them. Saves me worrying about defense this turn. Just petrify the lot of you. Right, so let's play that to break that barrier. Play that to kill. Play that so I don't get debuffed. Plus energy. A bit more damage. I imagine I'll be able to kill it this turn. Get rid of those. There we go. Nicely beaten up. Okay, how good is that relic? No. Now I'm gonna go for the... It says destroy a card. So I should go to the claustrophobia. So I think that'll probably be a good investment. Could technically upgrade it if I was to do the other battle on that. Honestly, at this point I think I'm in a good place to start the final battle. I don't think there's much point in me trying to farm for other bits and bobs. So let's go for it. So I haven't got an embryo in hand, so play Insight. Start building up some defences, and the counter will be good for longer term. Use the rouse to recuperate a chunk of the energy. Sleep first. Yep, let's screw their strength over. And beat the crap out of them for it. Give the enemy vulnerability for my next turn. Don't need those, get rid of them. Let's get some voices from beyond. Similar principle, use the Exalt to get the energy from the rouse, but also this means I can probably play some of my strength up cards and make it even more silly. Can't do much more else, so I'll just play that for the energy, and then in my turn. Same principle. So I think that was a decent opener. Right, I've got vulnerability. So first things first, I'm going to play that to get the energy back. And also because I want it in my Ultra hand. What have we here? Okay, play an Insight, play a Weakness. assume embryo to generate shield and honestly refill tank. Yeah, that looks fine. I don't mind taking the actual 2 damage, so... Oh, hello! No, I dabbled with it when somebody was telling me to play it yonks ago, and then they kept pestering me how far I've got, and honestly I hadn't played it since then, and that was yonks and yonks ago. I do actually play, I have played Magic the Gathering as in the physical cards, but that was also many years ago, before Commander existed, years ago. I mainly end up playing this because I happen to like Slay the Spire, which the combat is very reminiscent of, Cthulhu, and anime. So it's kind of hitting several boxes of stuff that's quite nice. I'm assuming you're a Magic the Gathering player then? I do quite like it. But finding the time for everything. Yeah, my knowledge is all pre-Commander. Yeah, I'm lucky that I basically did all my magic in person, so it was basically just the fun without the potential toxicity of other people trying to ruin your fun. Alright, just exalting to get a bit more damage done this turn and get a few more cards played. In all honesty, probably didn't need it. Sometimes it's not about whether you need it or not. Okay. Oh, this doesn't actually have deck building per se. You basically pick 4 characters and they mix their tiny ass decks of 5 cards. Well, 4 and a buff card that you have to do something to be able to actually even get the 5th card. What's all that shield? That's just plain lose. You know what? No, I'm not going to let you heal with that shield. Eat petrification and vulnerability. Feel a bit better for that. Get rid of those. Play that draw too. Get insight. Play that, get the energy back. I do like doing that, it just feels so mean sometimes. I think next turn I'll probably heal so I can drain its strength that way as well. Pull on some ability. Probably should have played that first, oh well. It'll be worth it. Do have a lot of strikes in hand. So I'm kind of tempted just to Shattering Strike it for that. First of all, let's heal so its strength gets drained. Also, that sort of damaged Tink's strikes are probably better than the damage increase from Shattering. Because that's going to be nearly 1,000 damage. Alright. And obviously, one turn is not enough, so I'll take another one. Oh. So let's start off by just beating you up for free. Not a game I've ever heard of. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to look that up to get some details then. Why do I keep hearing stories like that? I mean, I think I play Morimens too much as it is, to be perfectly honest. Oh, I didn't mention it, but it's also a visual novel for its main story, and so far the storytelling's all interesting and keeping me engaged. Probably not the most helpful for me to play addictive card games, but oh well. Just trying to decide who actually needs the energy the most. Could have done with a better hand, to be honest. I'll do what I can. Yeah, I'll be fine. Double strike. Play that. Play that for a nice chunky field. Those. Time to torment it a bit. Yeah, let's do some extra damage to it. It doesn't have enough stacks of vulnerability. This isn't necessarily the truest to source, but this is more like a reference to some of the Lovecraft stuff, to be honest. It's kind of what happens if you would mix, I guess, fan-made Lovecraft with anime. In regards to other Lovecrafting games, actually, I do apologise. Phone call. Honestly, interruptions. Where was I? Lovecrafting games. Yes, I'm not really the most knowledgeable about that. I'd actually suggest Delta David. I know he's looked at some of the Lovecraftian type games and streamed some of them, but I believe his knowledge would be better than mine. I don't know if you've asked him if he's got any suggestions. In my case, I've not really played that many. Sorry I couldn't be of more help. So what was I doing? Ah, you're looking at how to blow this guy up. Yeah, you should. They have quite an interesting mix of streams. They don't necessarily specialise in Cthulhu, but they do sort of like dark, creepy, sort of the off-brand horror type things. So not although they are currently going through Resident Evil, most of the other games they're doing are not sort of directly horror games, more just horror themed, or dark or creepy themed. Remember the name of it. There was it wasn't Cthulhu, but it was more like the Thing, where they were in Scotland on an oil rig. I remember the name of the DLC, but the base game is escaping me. No, it was Siren of the Deep for the DLC. What's the base game called? Oh, it's gonna bug me. Still Wakes the Deep. That was the name of it. So yeah, Still Wakes the Deep. Whilst not Cthulhu per se, it does have some lovely examples of that sort of unnatural dread happening to your everyday people. Yeah, if you follow him on Twitch, I think he should have a video archive on YouTube. And that should have his older videos on there from when he played Still Wakes the Deep. So I'd suggest having a look at that. Might not be exactly what you want, but I think it should be pretty decent. Alright, time to hit the boss and kill it. I got an embryo. Oops. No, I wasn't going to let it just die to poison. Where's the fun in that when I can just punch it to death repeatedly? So that was the first and easiest wave. Only 4 more to go. So, my next team, I'm using the Tentacle Baby Eaters. Yeah, this is a weird game. And basically going with tank, healer, and a DPS that likes to shred her HP and then smack things really hard. Use those. Stuff some bleed on there. God damn parasites. Nice bit of tentacle slapping there. Right. Got my first flail. Oops. Looks like somebody died to counter damage. Yep. Use that to give my tank some extra energy. Looks like I might have to do some defensive tentacling. First things first, kill that. No, I don't need to do defensive tentacling. Because the tentacle slaps will kill it. Right, let's heal up. And heal up some more. Yeah, I think I'll take that. Well, that's going to be a very interesting card. Play it for 3 energy. I won't go to the final battle straight away. I'll try and get some of the energies and bits done first. Oh, I'm going to heal up as I can. Yeah, let's drop a bunch of missiles on their head. Well, death to counter. I do like counter. Trauma. That's not so bad. Trauma it is. Grab that. I'll grab that if I can. Yeah, I think I'll go this way and do some other fights so I can get stronger. No, I have not. Let me just stick that. Let me just note that name down as well, actually. Oh, okay, I think I've seen it bits of here. Yeah, so I'll have to have a closer look at that. I'm sure I've seen it on sales or something at some point. Right, let's make the enemies hear voices in their head. Why not? Let's traumatize them a little bit. Shield up. Right. That hurt a little bit, but it's fine. Plus, the more it attacks me, the more counter damage it's going to end up subjecting itself to. If I wait, it will go down because it's got like prepare 3, so its cost goes down by 3 each turn. So let's shield up and gain more tentacles. So you keep trying to bite me. Heal up. Tentacle whip it a little bit because I can. Do that, why not? I do like a tanky counter damage style. I'll play that so I can join some of their strength. Go defensive tentacles again. Play that to poison them. Add more cards to my hand. Generally just make things awkward for the enemy. Ah, God. Let's blow him up with an Exalt as well while I'm at it. I might be enjoying toying with them at this point in time. Who knows? Alright. Pay that for more tentacles. It's basically screwed at this point. There you go, angry tentacle mode. Yep, that's good as dead now. Nothing quite like lots of angry tentacles. Ooh. $50 strength is a lot. Interesting. Could cut my health for that. More damage amplification. Honestly, not too bothered about that though. Would have liked that, but I ain't taken the health just to pay that extra 1 coin. Quick look, is there any other... Oh, there is another fight. Might do the other fight and see if we can get enough money from that. Well, that's definitely on the irritating side of things. Right. Let's go. Oh, gross. That's poison, everyone. Collect some more vulnerability. Play that shield this turn next. Switch to tentacles, put in a shield, and then turn the defense into an offense. No. I'll save that energy up. Goddamn weirdos. Ajax I don't fancy. Being injured when I play the cards. Cover my damage. Then time to make you guys bleed. Actually, no, I'm not going to take the damage. I'm just going to let the tentacles and the bleed kill you out. Let's go shield and tentacles. Alright, tentacles. Whip to your heart's content. And you're dead. Sacrificed. Honestly, I'll take those because the advancements can be really quite good. Would have preferred it on some guard cards instead of strike, but oh well. I kind of just want that one. Yeah, not taking the illusion, I'll do the battle. The illusions always give you what's called a symptom, or basically a card that goes into your deck with a negative. Right, well, let's reduce the amount of damage I take by literally just smushing them. Right, play some defenses. Try to see some more defenses. And they'll die from the bleed out. Oh no, shield. Whoa, whoa. No, bleed hits the shield first, it seems. Alright. Rouse. Honestly, just play a couple of defense cards and probably just tentacle defense again. Enjoy the counter damage. This fight shouldn't take too much longer. Let's go, gracias. The tentacle slapping amuses me to no end. Oh bless, I think they think that's going to protect them. No. I'm done. Actually no, I might as well heal one here. That felt kind of mean. Ooh. Not too sure how many other sources of counter I have, but yeah, I definitely want that. And to be honest, I'm quite happy to lose the health to grab another relic as well at this point. Probably that. I don't want the Forsaken Blood. Might do. Three of the exalts are damage based. No worries, thanks for joining me, and also thanks for considering Delta David's streams. Debating on the right time to use. to time to start using my fancy ass abilities. Play that for energy, play that for some healing. And a little bit of extra tentacle damage. This boss does, as most do, has an extra life, so when they die they'll basically come back to life with double their health. Okay, I'm gonna have to Raging Tentacle to break down those fortresses. It's a bit of a shitty end otherwise. I don't have any draw power. So let's do that first. That's 5 down. Take out another 2. I know I'll take out all of them because the tentacle whips. Good. No more extra fortress generation then. That's pretty much what I wanted. Ah, good. Wow, that energy. Shame I haven't really using it. Well, you're going to kill yourself from the counter. Yeah, I thought that might happen. Damn turn of immunity. Planning on hitting me for plenty, are you? Well, let's go. Let's go pure defense. This seems like a good time as any to yeah, I can't use the energy though. I'll wait. counter damage will be nice. Electrocuting me again? Okay, that gets to those shields. Heal. And heal. Plus gives me a revive. Just strength. Definitely going for tranquil. Although I don't particularly want to reduce my draw, I'll do that to get the strength and extra damage. This is gonna hurt, but the counter will be nice at least. Now, at this point I should be looking to perhaps do some damages. So yeah, I'm going to play that anyway. Shield for extra safety. Honestly, don't fancy my chances without a reliable source of shielding. Right. Now to be terrified. Okay, you're not lightning me yet. But I do need to go defense. There's a lot of damage being hit for. Poison plus gives me energy to use another guard move. Speaking of which, guard, defend, tentacle slap for the barrier break, gives me extra shielding. Extra shields plus some extra missiles. god. Okay. It's going okay. No, they're trying to kill me. However, don't believe they'll succeed. Like, I should be able to go I'm tempted to go Raging Tentacles. Yeah, Raging Tentacles should do the trick. Barriers to break down, so play the strike for that. Schmack. And now the tentacles will kill them. But just in case, I'll heal up and traumatize them. And then tentacles. So starting to get a bit on the edge there. Right, wave 3. This thankfully is just going to be a straight up boss fight. I plan on beating it up with my heavy counter damage wonder, and everybody else can just be carried. Oh, gross. Oh, well, let's see. That's what I'm just thinking. Oof. No. Okay, so that might be better to do that to get the Dream Lure, so I've got the stacks ready. Yeah. I think I'll do it that way. Ah, okay. That's actually a point. What am I going to take 30 damage from? Get the key up there at least. Ah, I had a retain cost that I missed. That was actually the card I was looking for. Absolute massive strength down them. Ah, no crit. Oh. Now that is just going to be a pain in the ass. Those are just absolute. I've gone ultra round at least. Bloody 40 damage. Right. Spine Needle's going to trigger that massive shield. Yeah, I'll play that to get some more counter stacks built up. Oh, nice.
警戒。
危ないね。
Okay. Keeper, which stacks up to 5. Double Insight. Let's do this to get even more counter. I'll be able to loop again, so I can then get directly funded. Play that to hopefully wake the shield a bit. And then yeah, I want to start getting some louses in. Alright, showdown. I thought that meant I was going to be 6, oh well. Oh, okay, taking a bit of damage. mean, to be honest, it's being shredded by my counter so much anyway. Well, enjoy. Right, let its shield run out. And I cast Death. Hello! Yes. Yes, I am indeed winning. But I quite like my Wanda and her counter play style of just tank the enemy's hits to stop taking damage whilst beating the crap out of them with the counters. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a bit of tentacle slapping them to death as well. So I'm currently doing a video of the D-Zone thing. I don't know if you're aware of the game, but basically it's a mode where you've got to send independent teams. So a friend had requested that I did a video of so that they could work out, because they're higher level than me, but they only got 2 done the last rotation, and I did 4. So I'm pushing myself to do 5 now. So I'm saving best for last. And yeah, just been slowly working my way through them. The second one was a little bit rough, because I've been just throwing in low level people. So that was my first team, which was pretty decent apart from the 4th member there being a bit of a fill-up. Second one, bit rougher, bit low on the damaging potential, but I'm also out of resources for leveling. Third one, to be honest, my Wanda always nicely carries. The tentacle was definitely cooking. So I take it you're a player of the game and you're curious about the stream. Everything is also on the free-to-play side of things. The game is really good though. It didn't warn me about being low level for once. Ugh, starting with an elite. That's gonna be rough. Oh wait, no, it's 2 elites in the boss fight. Right, let's see what I can do. Right, do that. Kinda want to nuke them all I can. Yeah, I remembered and then forgot that it was just 2 elites and a boss on this. Previous one was just a boss, so it's relatively straightforward. Speaking of relatively straightforward, some poison to go with that bleed. Yep, and poison. Don't forget that. I'm running a tentacle poison counter team with regen. I'll take some damage. Not much, but some. Gonna set. This fight's pretty much over with, so I'm just gonna save that. Pain in the backside. So you can die by poison or by bleed? Neither. Absolutely rude. Hi, blog. I've done the first 3 waves. I'm just on the first elite of the 4th. It's okay. Kathy, nuke. I wanted to save that. Oh well. Generating energy. Generating more energy. Thank you for the follow. And of course, it's going to die now. I mean, the smarter thing would have probably been to play the defense card and let it tentacle slap, but you gotta love shooting things in the face to kill them off. I'm saving my support for the 5th wave, and it will be caster. I am a tanky boy. I am tempted by that plus 20% shields. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that. Let's see. Throw away one of my cards for no healing? Or get something for something good for something bad? No, I have not. I'm just a munchkin though, so I haven't played it for very long at all, and I think I was horrifying people by clearing content like 30 levels above my actual character levels. Partly by using supporters. Then I learned how to use over-leveled Whale 90 supporters, which made it even more trivial to crush over-leveled content. I wouldn't say critic. Okay, yeah. If you want to clear like madness stages, it feels kind of essential. Time to murder the 2nd elite. Hello, big boy. Well, this is an unpleasantly shit hand. So I should do that instead. It's going to be unpleasantly shit. I might as well have... Oh, what now? I'm going to just do the usual tactics of frying them. We like things extra crispy, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna go full on offensive for this round. Doesn't have any shield in it, does it now? Didn't think so. This does though. Oh, you're only gonna hit me for a little bit of health. Oh, diddums. Now I could... Yeah, I know about the mutation. I could... I'll do that. I'll need some healing anyway. There we go, I'm full health now. I use the power of friendship. Not much. Me just tanking and slowly whittling down. I'm doing what to my game accountant? Raging poisonous tentacles! Yeah, he is joking, but it's because of excessive use of supporters. Also, I have this horrible tendency to take my time and read the effects on shit. What do you mean, no reading aloud? Do I want to make myself bleed for some extra goodies? No. No, I don't. Yeah, I like the sound of that one. Epilepsy, here I come. Final battle time, final battle time.
こいつが小僧の敵かいなら狩りの始まりだな。
Let's go defensive first. How old does the account have to be to be a newbie? Stagnation. Stagnation is gross. You know what I think to your stagnation?
下がりな。さあ、幕引きだぜ。仲間を持つともっと。
Well, to put it into context, I've not long hit my 30-day login. That's why I was questioning it. I already have her. She's actually in my 5th team. So the cards I was never going to play got stagnation. This amuses me. There's a new spider waifu. No, I am on chapter 4. Because I cleared chapter 3 and then started declaring all the chapters in hard mode. And I kind of found that the levels were getting too easy, so I started doing all the stages at level 60 until I tried doing like madness, and then I kept trying to go higher and higher on the P line. I'm sure it's P line and D-Zone. I do like doing story when I know I'm not going to have to stop when halfway through the story because I've got to go back on shift. I have irregular work hours. Also, I may be trying to play at night and keep falling asleep. Let's see. I need to heal. Honestly, hard mode wasn't much harder. I was running a level 20 team against like level 40s. I even deliberately, admittedly it did have Kathy in it. Yeah, Madness stage on the Tulu event, because I caught the end of the Tulu event just before the Wonder event, and... Was it Wonder? No, sorry, Vortice. Vortice, Wonder, Tulu, and then the current one. Yeah, the Madness stage on Vortice. It was. Oh, nice! I'm aware that I'm going to be late to the game for that one. Yes, yes he is. He started before me, and because I kept seeing him playing the game all the time is the reason I actually started playing. I was like, so what's all the fuss about type thing? Little did I know. Yep. Oh, I'm an idiot. I should have had Raging Tentacles on. The only flexing we did was over the P line, I do believe. Oh no, he's saying that I was staying behind you in story mode plotting to flex. Oh? No. Blark's not flexing. He's just more consistent than I am. You're not a flexer, are you, Blark? If anything, I'm more guilty of that one. Exactly. Don't take my flex away from me. That sounds kind of weird. Enjoy the poison. Oh, I'm used to punching well above my weight. Grumble! Why you gotta have that shield? Basically, I had a shit Xbox name, played Dark Souls, started using a Zweihander, beat Gwyn, so I started calling myself Zweihander Gwyn. So then I basically shorten it from Zweihander Gwyn to Zwei Gwyn. And just pretend to use Y as a first name as an online handle. Because why not? What else am I gonna do? Nine. Nine is no in German. You might be immune. Have some poison build-up anyway. Absolute pain in the ass. Getting some energy on the correct character probably would have been helpful. Disappointing. Alright, let the machine gun commence. Astral's ever-increasing exalt costs. Don't think I'll ever be happy about paying for those. I do like Arita's machine gun. At this rate, poor Kathy's getting shown up. Let's get rid of that shield for free. Pierce. There we go. Got an extra spicy one now. Although I'll be doing that for the strength gain. Just feeling sorry for you at this point. Well, I think that was the first one that was actually technically over-leveled. Right, one more to go. So the teams I've ran so far have been Winkle for tanking, Tinkt for slapping, Aegis because I actually really like her as a debuff support, and filler character. Sangha tanking, G healer for DPSing, not very good DPS because they're low level, healer, utility. Wonder. That's pretty much enough said. The team has Wanda, the team won. Catty Tentacle, Gatling Gun, Poisonous Explosions. And Ultra Tentacles times with new Spider Waifu. And supporter, because why not? Who doesn't want a nice supporter? Tis a very strongish, brokenish caster. Me like. I'm not too sure on my team configuration, but I was trying to use what I had, to be honest, to work with. I have to start somewhere. I didn't successfully clear 5 last time this ran. I only got 4 done. So 5 was the new target. If I clear this, then maybe I could start increasing the points. Do I want shield or do I want strength down? Do it also give me the Eternal Loom effect? Nah, strength down. I forgot I have to be in the other tentacle mode, damn it. I messed up. I'll save my ass. Yeah, it might not be the ideal teams, but I believe all of the teams are functional, shall we say. And let's be honest, this is literally just going to be a caster carry. Huh, apparently I do know how to play this game. Who would have thought? It was one of my own, it was one of my other high level ones. Because I only have 6 characters at level 60, and I've spread them around to some of the other teams. Plus, I knew this was going to get carried by level 90. And then after that, it basically drops down to 40s, 30s, 20s, and 10s. And I think I still have a level 1 somewhere as well. Die. What do you mean, death resisted? Who says you can be going around resisting death? Eh. Now, do you quit, Tentacle? No? Fine. Fine. They don't die this turn. Slap him in the face then. Right, enough of being annoyed about that. Just gonna take it. Okay. You're gonna make me go back to the illusion or something, aren't you, game? He got in my way. I'm trying to beat up everything on the way to the boss. It's bad I'm tempted to poke the boss now. I think, no, get a little bit more power. Especially show off Caster in that. Because I personally think Caster's great. Because Caster can do bullshit like that. feel like I've already won. Try and gather some energy. Ah, not quite enough. It's fine. Wanted extra energy anyway. No! No, this isn't blog account, this is my account. I'll show you when I finish. So I'm just debating which cards to have in here. No, I stole, so I basically hunted through the leaderboard looking for a Wales caster. And then apparently I worked out mechanically how to do the kidnapping method that's listed on the Discord. And I'm like, oh, I already worked that out and shared the intel on that. Don't want to go into ultra space just yet. Person seems highly knowledgeable. I strongly suspect that they do. I am, yes. Because I want to see how far I can push it, and it wasn't just to try the madness stage, it was actually clear it. Anosis was used. Emphasis, I think it was just the one, to be honest, as well. And not just that, but I was like one move off winning without it. Something bonkers like that. I'm trying to remember now. It was so close. Cheats or jammy? I'm gonna build up the key flare. Just do that, max stacks of that. Slap you for a bit of damage. Ooh, where did that come from? Slap you for a bit of damage.
Okay.
There's no point activating that.
世の前にひざまずけ。
ここは通さん。
未来はすぐそこにあります。
Wait, is that a challenge? But don't worry, my plan is to clear Chapter 4 normal, Chapter 4 hard, Chapter 5 normal, Chapter 5 hard. Me, to be perfectly honest, I've got a team of four at 60, so yeah, I wouldn't at all be surprised that I can clear most of the first act. First act or first arc? I can't actually remember which word I use now. Don't like my hand. Give me a new one. Play you.
怒りを
Play
沈めた
you.
はい
Play you. Play you.
無礼者。
Oh! You're nearly fated! Play you. Play you.
無駄な抵抗はおやめな
Play
さい。
you. What are you doing with that death resistance sword? That's just plain rude.
抗うことなかれ。
I'm gonna put that in there.
この翼が必ず
I'm
守る。
gonna use that to take out the defense card I don't want in there. Did you just die again and fail to die? Absolutely rude. Ah, that's what singularity beacon is. Yeah.
未来はすぐそこにあります。
He died twice more. He really doesn't know how to die. Absolutely rude. Ah, nicely charged up, ready for the other boss as well. Yeah, I'm just gonna take that. Got touch the searchlight. Turn it on, and then decide, you know what? I'm just gonna go for the final boss. Sinister.
翼が必ず守る。 風よ、いえいざない。
I'll put the plume back in my discard for later. Well, aren't you a rude one? Absolutely rude. What am I to do with this level of rudeness? I'm a jammy git. Just one thing to bear in mind.
運命の糸は垂らされたままです。
Right.
世の前にひざまずけ。
風と共に散れ。
運命の糸は垂らされたままです。
落ちる。
I do love a good boss. Not gonna lie.
「この翼が必ず守る。風と共に散れ。」
運命の糸は垂らされたままです。
天罰を。
Sorry, spelling the chat. I don't know if I should be concerned or not by those statements.
ここは通さん。
未来はすぐそこにあります。
You know what? Probably a bit too early for this, but well.
不滅の実をすべての災いを防ぐ。
天
鳥は早急をかける。この翼が必ず守る。
運命の糸は垂らされたままです。
Hi guys!
世の夢で眠る星々、目覚めて神の国を示せ。世の意向をとくと見るがよい。
不思議の国へようこそ。
届くもの。
Just need to remind myself. Shield damage, activation, stagnation. Oh, that's that it's dark. You know what? I think it's Anku Tentacle time. These 5 barriers are going to be annoying.
Kaze to tomoni chire.
まばたきしないで。
風と共に散れ。はっはっ。
Wait, I still had cards to play. Why did you have to go and die on me?
ねえ、嬉しいってどういう気持ちなの？
Yep, definitely not Blarg. Definitely is Y. Caster doing all the heavy lifting. yeah, that was kind of trivial. Caster carried that one hard, definitely. Right. So that is my first time clearing 5. So yoink. Okay, so if I start going a bit harder, I can start getting some shards. Yeah, there's Blog. I believe you had asked whose caster it was. So let's see if I can find the person whose caster I pilfer all the time. No, that's a 71 for when I don't want it to be overpowered. And that's the caster I take for utterly annihilating things. And apparently I'm not the only one. As for myself, that is me. See, chapter 4, hard chapter 3. But I may. Yeah, the whale. I thought the whale was generous enough to not have their caster stolen, so they deserve credit too. Otherwise, I'd actually have to work on clearing 5 stages without a whale account. I don't think I'll use Wander long term, but I do like Wander's playstyle very much. I love the whole high defense, drain their strength so you don't need as much defense, build up counters so when they try and hit you, they get hurt really badly. Using things like that fancy ass murmurs to make them attack you twice as often but with a hefty strength penalty, with a hefty damage reduction, so they end up just shredding themselves on your counter. And also like her Fauna 3-cost skill, again with a hefty strength down on it, whilst providing either chunky counter or damage scaling with counter. So yeah, big Wander fan. I also put Wander as my supporter because it's one of the characters that I've got that's limited and a bit on the stronger side, because I actually do have 2 copies of her and her signature. Still debating as opposed to whether to go Cloaked in the Night or her SR thing. Probably Cloaked in the Night though is probably better because the counter build up on defense cards. Yeah, I suspected that because that's usually the case. As long as you play the characters well in a good team and things. But yeah, the other thing, as you can see, I haven't necessarily got the most OP of teams for dealing with fielding 20 characters. Not after you factor in dealing with the realm restrictions and the weapon restrictions. Weapon restrictions are a pain. Just grab those. They'll bug me otherwise. So getting there. It's just a case of I need more of them. And I ain't gonna do it for 1 level. Just no. It's gross. 10 levels at a time only, please. Yeah, I'm that is something I'm kind of terrible at using effectively. I always feel like they're really weak and don't do very much for how long they take to charge. So I just assume I'm using them wrong. Or not making the most of them. I know I've got a very poor selection. Like, I know Blarg's will be much better than mine. You know, actually playing the content. One thing I'm actually wondering, and I haven't looked into yet, is what the hell am I supposed to do with this pyramid thingy? It is special, you're right. Yeah, but I don't see the point of resetting your character. Like, what are you actually getting back from resetting a character that makes it particularly worthwhile doing? Is it just like resetting the skill level and the character level? So you're getting like the identify XP potions and skill items back? Or is it you're getting other things such as if you were to spend prototype horizons on them, are you getting those back? Yeah, but I wondered how far the Wii spec went. Like, I doubt it's going to... Yeah, I doubt it would do things like pull out the extra Enlightened, unless they're caused by Horizons, maybe. But yeah, I appreciate they put the lovely warning on there saying that, you know, you've got that all the characters are up for rebalancing as and when required. I do need to start doing these stages at some point. I've not touched them yet. Oh. Give me loot. Thank you, thank you. Oh, okay, looted them all at once. Okay, well, I'm now wondering what is defined as a seasonal mission. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, resetting the dupes, but considering they're usually obtained by pulls, I was a bit confused as to how that was going to work out. Yeah, so need to start that. It's because I'm still basically spending my energy and farming this thing out. It's true, I suppose it's just the inner hoarder in me. It's like, why would I undo one character to get another, when I could just max them both out? But it's the usual gacha thing of there's probably not enough resources to go around. Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, in terms of most copies, Tinkt is winning, which I'm okay with that. Purple happens to be my favourite colour, so Tinkt, me having the most copies of Tinkt works out. Playstyle wise, I really liked Riker, but I don't know how good it would be long term. Weapons could probably use some work. Nearly finished with the pulled banner based SRs, but haven't necessarily got a lot of SSR weapons. You on about these bad boys? Because I noticed them. It says they got from Awakening, but as far as I can tell, they're just from if you get too many of the pools. Especially as you need 10 of them to get one of these things. Oh, I hope you guys have enjoyed my trip down to the D-Zone. Not unless... Do I want to poke P-Dive as well? I did try doing the 70 P-Dive last week. It did not go very well. And I did take that caster as well, supporter as well. But the level 61 is kind of trivial. Let's go get the P-Dive done. Yeah, because that was the team last week. Oh, apologies, I got a phone call. Seasonal mission main lobby. 1 second, I have to mute myself while I answer that. I'm off the phone now. So yeah, 4th is taboo quests, which I've just done D-Zone, so that should have counted theoretically. Unless it means this. Since it literally does say this season on it. You think it's referring to this thing? Not actually touched this mode yet. Well, definitely have to. I guess it's just a case of what does it qualify as a seasonal mission. I'm sure I'll work it out. Once the criteria is no longer there, we're going... Okay, so that was the one that counted. Maybe, but considering I just did D-Zone, theoretically that should have counted. I don't know what they mean. I also find it amusing when it works at the average level, and when you put a supporter in there, it can't work out, it treats its level as being 0 or non-existent. Okay. You guys aren't gonna try and parasite me, are you?
お仕置きだよ。
はい。
Absolutely rude, they did try to parasite me. Who would have thought it?
下がれ。落ちろ。
退屈だ。ほら、こっちだよ。
Who knows? Yeah, I've not done the train before. I mean, I actually don't mind doing this. It's just I did it. Well, I want to say recently, and I realised actually no, it was last week. Well, weekend probably. I don't know which day now.
Pizza
この翼が必ず守る。 落ちろ。
こっちだよ。お仕置きだよ。
Do love it when an enemy tries to chain gun attack you and they just get absolutely mullered.
この翼が必ず守る。
Pizza
下がれ。風と共に散れ。
無礼者。
風よ。いざない。
Oh, still alive, are you?
天罰を。
Ugh, no, I don't want to advance toxin.
見届けてくれ。自由を求めるこの意志を。風と共に散れ。
ひざまず大胆じゃな。
俺たち仲間になって。仲間をもっともっ
下がれ。ここは通さん。この翼が必ず守る。
ひざまず
溺れないでね。
And then there's just one left.
落ちろ。
仲間をもっともっ
天罰を。
下がれ。
世の前にひざまずけ。
仲間をもっともっ
大胆じゃな。
俺たち仲間になって。
Death by tentacles. Tentacles is fun. Got anything nice for cheap? Bastion I also think is worth getting. But then again I like not taking damage.
やっと始まるのかい？私の可愛いペットたちはかなり飢えてるよ。
Do you really have to hit me so hard? I can't be asked for that.
全ての災いを防ぐ。
You monster! Disgusted in you, eating all of those babies.
世の夢で眠る星々。目覚めて神の国を示せ。
風と共に散れ。鳥は早急をかける。はっ。はっ。落ちろ。
Now I get the card I want. Grumble, grumble, grumble. The things I do to make sure that I take as little damage as possible. Oh, he died. That wasn't self-evident. I did not expect that because I forgot about the corruption pox from the tentacle slaps. Okay. Ooh, I can just go straight for the final boss. Yes, please. Time to go poke the final boss.
主被者よ、早く終わらせるのじゃ。
ここは通さぬ。
大胆じゃな。
暴れないでね。
ここは通さぬ。
退屈だ。
無礼者。
仲間をもっともっと俺たちの仲間になってね。
I don't mind taking a little bit of damage.
主への貢ぎ物ですね。
Now that is a shitty hand.
鳥は早急をかける。この翼が必ず守る。
That's workable, but gross.
こっちだよ。
No, I'm liking the cost of those cards.
この翼が必ず守る。
quickly.
風と共に散れ。
ですか。
落ちろ。
一緒にここを賑やかな海にしようよ。仲間をもっともっと、仲間をもっともっと。
不滅の実をもって全ての災いを防ぐ。風と共に散れ。
無駄です。世の前にひざまずけ。何ですか。
風と共に散れ。
ひざまず
無駄です。
I probably shouldn't feel bad for her, but still. Thank you. Literally went to wield the banhana myself and you just plain beat me to it. Is there such a thing as too much damage? Is there?
これは主より賜った祝福です。
落ちろ。
Yeah. Seems as good a time as any for this.
道を照らさんことを。この翼が必ず守る。
I do feel like I'm just bullying them sometimes. But what can you do when they're just so easy to bully?
ここは通さん。ここは通さん。
主への貢ぎ物ですね。
I Oh, that's an unpleasantly hefty amount of damage. Yeah, I think I protest most strongly at that.
ひざまず
世の前にひざまずけ。
It is, but I was trying to ignore it. Ah. Nice pull there, Blarg. Plenty of fertility going on there. I think my beloved spine needle is probably going to be the best shout. There's already weakness there. Yeah. Kind of crap actually. Absolutely rude. Yeah, got nothing. Yeah, 'cause it's all offensive. I'm not gonna have enough damage to take her out.
風よ地へいざない。
大胆じゃな。
下がれ。
こっちだよ。何ですか。
Interesting, that actually might hurt.
一緒にここ賑やかな海にしようよ。仲間をもっともっと。仲間をもっともっと。
That's gonna keep me alive, but preferred it if I didn't. Tighter victory than I would have liked.
造作もない。
And there we go. Managed to get a P dive in with the D-Zone. Caster doing a fair bit of work there. Don't know where it's saying that I got that damage from. Probably Welix and so on. A nice old 1 HP finish. Can't grumble at that. Right then. I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream, and if anybody catches it as a VOD, I hope you find the information useful. I still think I'm a bit of a noob. I haven't been playing too long, but I'm definitely a bit of a munchkin sometimes. Right. Thanks for joining me, guys. Should be Thief, the old classic retro game Thief tomorrow at the usual time of around the 8 PM slot. So about 4 hours later than now. Unless I find an excuse to do a bonus stream